Hello and welcome to the Divine Stream Radio podcast. I'm Jason Blakelock, guiding you through a brief contemplative reading and reflection on a chapter from the book of Job, offered as a moment to pause, reflect and lean into God's steady presence. Today's focus, trusting God's care in the midst of life's trials, as expressed in Job 5. Passage framing, God's justice and mercy amid hardship. In Job 5, Eliphaz speaks of God's discipline as a sign of his care, inviting us to accept his sovereignty even when life is painful. The idea is that our suffering is not random chaos, but within God's attentive governance. Key themes to reflect on: providence and patience, God's timing, even when it feels delayed or difficult to understand; dependence over self-reliance, trusting God rather than clinging to our own explanations or plans; responsive faith, turning toward God through prayer, humility and hopeful trust; prayerful reflection prompts. Where in your life do you feel pressure, confusion or unanswered questions? How might you respond with trust and obedience rather than complaint or withdrawal? What next faithful step can you take today in trusting the outcomes to God? Remember, Eliphaz is later rebuked by Job and God himself as a miserable counselor, because Job was actually a righteous man who respected God and turned away from evil. Let's close with a brief, quiet reflection. Take a slow breath in and out. As you exhale, release what you carry that weighs on you and invite God's steadying presence to fill the space you live in. As you continue your day, carry this refrain: trust God's care in his timing and ways, even when the path is hard to see. Thanks for listening. I invite you to join the discussion. Visit our podcast super site at godstreamradio.com. There, you'll find podcasts from leading Christian authors and many Christian musicians. Plus, be sure to subscribe to the Divine Stream Radio newsletter, where you'll receive inspiring messages and have the chance to enter our weekly draw for a chance to win a beautiful A4 and 63-page study guide of the book of Job. You can subscribe by clicking the link in this podcast or by visiting divinestreamradio.com directly. Let's walk this journey of reliance on God together. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, exercise the patience of Job, stay faithful and seek God's guidance.